key game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas lining up.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Allen gonna throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 17-yard line.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
That is caught at the 7-yard line and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Number 16.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut.
At the 16-yard line.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Micah Hyde. A gain of 3 on the play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
6-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
For the extra point.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
18-yard line.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Returnable here from the... Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here's Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown,
Matt Breida, 50 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Bills nothing. Aldrick Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Allen on third. Eluding the pressure right. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
it got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a gain of
32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's
the Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
He's tackled at the 32.
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
26 Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let him know.
From the gun, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills cut into that lead. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Flushed out right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
58, right over there.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the carry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Alert! 26 months. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
The extra point.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Dolphins 42, Bills 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. McKenzie returning it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now right away, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 40 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. And here's Allen, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right, looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. That's out to the left and complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, Dolphins.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Tagovailoa's pass intended.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Big stop, let's go. Check three.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. To try again after the sack. Allen in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's now 3rd down.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen going deep for Diggs. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Covered by Noah Igbenogany.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. Flushed out right. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense. Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the deep. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 52, Bills 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The Dolphins ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of
that 3rd down conversion, good for 23. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And some room to work. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
29-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Complete.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 2-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
26, Mike. 26. Let's set a tone, fellas.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. A good throw, going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Alert. Team. Check 13.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Tonight's final score, Dolphins 59.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.